Good morning, students. Today's topic is respiration in plant. We know that all living organisms require energy for doing their work. So, from where that energy comes? That energy comes, okay, for this answer, I will give one example to you. Suppose we will do fasting for 2 days. After, not today, for one day. Then after the next day in the next day, how we will feel? We will feel weak, or we will not able to do any work. Why? Because in previous day we did not eat anything. That's why. So what is the answer? The energy comes from food. What happen in plant? That energy comes from the food only. But from where the food comes? The foods comes from the process photosynthesis. And that food are stored inside the plant in the form of glucose. And in plant, that glucose are converted into energy in the presence of oxygen. From where that oxygen comes? We know that, or we previously learned that in daytime the plant takes carbon dioxide and release oxygen. But in night time, the plant take oxygen and release carbon dioxide. That's why our parents are all are telling, don't sleep under the tree in night time. Why? Because in night time it releases carbon dioxide and it takes oxygen. And that oxygens are utilized here for conversion of glucose to energy. And along with energy, the carbon dioxide and waters are also released as a waste product. So we can say that the respiration is an oxidative process, exothermic process, as well as catabolic process. So what do you mean by catabolic process? Catabolic means what? Breakdown of food. Obviously here foods are breaks down. Then exothermic means what? Exothermic means it releases energy as well as heat. So here the energies are released in the presence of in the presence of oxygen. It releases energy. Along with energy, carbon dioxide and waters are also released. Then oxidative process. What do you mean by oxidative? Oxidative means what? The process in which oxygens are required. Yes, obviously here oxygens are also required. So we can say that the respiration is a oxidative process, then catabolic process, as well as exothermic process. Next comes to know about the definition of respiration. So the respiration is a process in which involves taking in oxygen into the cell, using it for releasing energy by burning of food, and then eliminate the waste products like carbon dioxide and water from the body. So this is the definition of your respiration. Now comes to the types of respiration. What I told, the glucose is converted to your energy. Do you think that the conversion of glucose to energy is occur in a single step? No, it is not occur in a single step. For the conversion of glucose to energy, it requires two steps. One is your glycolysis and another one is your Krebs cycle. One by one we will read. You know that glycolysis is a single step where the glucose are converted to pyruvate. But this Krebs cycle is require three steps in which the pyruvates are converted into different molecules. So first we will read about the glycolysis. In glycolysis, what happened? The glucose or 6 carbon atoms are converted to pyruvate, that is 3 carbon atom. And generally this the glycolysis is occur in the cytoplasm. The glycolysis is occur in the cytoplasm. And in glycolysis, what happen? When the glucose is converted to pyruvate or pyruvic acid, it gives 2 ATP. And this pyruvate acids are again comes to or enters into two steps. If the oxygen is present, it enters into in one step. If the oxygen is absent, it enters in another step. That's why here you can say that the respiration is divided into two types. One is your presence of oxygen, another one is your absence of oxygen. If the oxygen is absent, it is known as anaerobic respiration. If the oxygen is present, it is known as aerobic respiration. So if the oxygen is absent, what happened? The pyruvate acid, and for these two processes, the glycolysis is a common process for these two another process. So after glycolysis, if the oxygen is absent, it enters into the step that is known as fermentation, and it gives ethanol in plant. In plant cell, if oxygen is absent, it gives ethanol. But in animal cell, if oxygen is absent, it gives lactic acid. Next comes to, if the oxygen is present, what happens? It enters into the another forms or another steps that is known as your Krebs cycle. And that Krebs cycle is all again, which is your known as aerobic respiration. In the presence of oxygen, if the pyruvate acid or if the respiration is occur, that is known as aerobic respiration. So in aerobic respiration, what happen? The Krebs cycles, or it comes to three steps. One is your pyruvate oxidation, another one is your Krebs cycle, another one is your electron transport chain or respiratory chain. So first what happen? If the oxygen is present, then it enters into the three steps. First step, your pyruvate oxidation. In pyruvate oxidation, what happen? The acetyl groups, in presence of your oxygen, it gives acetyl CoA and also release carbon dioxide. And this acetyl CoA comes or enters into the Krebs cycle or citric acid cycle. And in citric acid cycle, what happen? It converts repeatedly and release hydrogen. It release hydrogen and also release 2 ATP. Then what happen? This hydrogen drives the reaction and enters into the respiratory chain. And in respiratory chain, what happen? The further release of oxygen, further release of energy occur here, and it releases 34 ATP. So total how many ATP? In respiratory chain 34 ATP, in Krebs cycle 2 ATP, and in glycolysis 2 ATP. So total in respiration 38 ATPs are released. Like this, the glucose are converted to energy in the form of ATP. So this is your respiration or conversion of glucose to your energy. Now comes to know about or what is the difference between respiration and photosynthesis. Generally in respiration, what happen? In photosynthesis, what happen? The chloroplast absorb the sunlight and the stomata absorb the carbon dioxide, and in the presence of carbon dioxide, sunlight and water, it produce the food, and that food are stored in the cell in the form of glucose. This is known as your photosynthesis. Now when the food are stored in the form of glucose, from there the respiration will start. And that glucose are converted here or inside the mitochondria through the different step as I discussed now. Through the different step, it converted into ATP and release energy. So what happened? In photosynthesis, the foods are formed and that foods are converted into energy in respiration. Now what is the difference between your respiration and combustion? Generally the respirations are occur in living cell, but the combustion is occur in the non-living object. Now comes to know about that how the plant, what are the difference between the animal respiration in animals and respiration in plant. Generally, the rate of respiration in plant is much lower than in animal. And in plant, during the anaerobic respiration, one of the end product is ethyl alcohol, while in animal cell, it is lactic acid, as I told you before. And the heat liberated as a result of respiration is lesser in plant than in animal. So this is the difference between the respiration in plant as well as in animal. So this is all about the respiration in plant. In next video, I will teach you the next chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.